What's up, Gruntworks Nation? This is VTT's Big Earl, CEO, co-founder of VeteranTrashTalk and Gruntworks. Anyways, we're going to do something freaking new that we've never done before. We're going to talk about financial security. And are you doing things? Are you taking enough risk? Are you not taking enough risk? Big Earl doesn't know shit about it. All right. And I don't have enough money to care. However, some of you do. So we're going to bring on Army veteran Ken Hewitt on May 14th at 2100 Eastern time. And we're going to talk about how you can make more money with the money you already have. And also, are you doing anything with the money that you have that you should be doing, or are you doing something that you shouldn't be doing? So May 14th, 2100 Eastern time, check it out. Two-thirds of Americans are at risk to experience blackout. You could be one of them, sitting in the dark and cold for hours, for days, maybe even weeks. Are you ready to protect your family? You could be with Patriot Power Solar Generator 2000X. Folks say this new solar generator from 4 Patriots is worth its weight in gold. Why? Because this generator has double the capacity and is expandable so you can run the big appliances like your fridge even longer. Or other devices like an electric blanket, microwave, RV air conditioner, or even an electric wheelchair. You also get 12 outlets, including 4 AC outlets, so you can power more devices at once, and 2 USB-C outlets, which can charge your phone 20 times faster than a regular plug. Best of all, this new solar generator is fume-free, safe to use inside, and never needs gas, ever. Over 150,000 Americans trust Patriot Power generators. Go to 4patriots.com/VTTGW to get your solar generator now. You'll even get a solar panel included free.
Hey, what is up, Mental Health Nation? Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Super excited about tonight's show. Just going to be kind of fun, nothing really serious. We talk about, this month is kicking off, Mental Health Awareness Month. And I thought, what a great way to kick it off by just having a light-hearted show tonight. Because I think, sometimes, mental health is important, but it's okay to laugh at yourself and tell stories and just kind of relive the good parts of your life to keep things going. But hey, before we jump into all that, let Lynn fill in on what she's been up to. You got the QR code up there on the left part of the screen for Wreaths Across America. It's for them to lay in the wreaths on the graves, and it's so important. I'm so proud to be part of them. It's really great, and for what they do during the holidays to ensure those wreaths are on the tombstones is awesome. It's only $5 to donate. You just click on that QR code, you go right there, and you can donate. Super exciting, the 4 Patriots ad that you saw with the solar generator and the free solar panel. One thing I miss about being in Virginia at my house is I had solar on my house in Virginia, and I had the Tesla Powerwall, so I was 100% off the grid. And every time we lose power out here, I'm like, man, I tell you. Never lost it back there. But hey, just remember that, Wreaths Across America Radio does replay my podcast Fridays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 10 p.m. Super easy to find. Just download your favorite radio app, whether it's an iHeartRadio app, TuneIn app, Odyssey app. Search for Wreaths Across America Radio. And not only see my great program, but all the great programs they have. And they support all the veteran causes out there. And it's just really awesome. Whew. So with all that, Lynn, what have you been up to?
I just want to thank Sean. He said he already donated. Hope y'all are having a good week. So
hey, thanks for that donation, man. It's really great.
You said that it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's the month of May. And
yeah.
So today
it's May 1.
It's May 1. It's it's gonna be May. I just saw like a reel or something of Lance Bass, who is an NSYNC member, copying Justin Timberlake with the noodle ramen.
Oh yeah.
Saying it's gonna be May. But either way, so May, I know it's May Day, right? So May Day, if for people who don't know, May Day is a time where we celebrate our cultures and our life and just getting along with each other. I know it's a big deal in Europe and Celtic communities, and also in Hawaii, it's called May Day was celebrated as Lei Day. So yeah, that's laying the lei necklaces
Yeah.
at school and all that stuff, and they celebrate it with doing all the traditional dances, and then it's Pacific Islander, Asian and Pacific Islander uh, Heritage Month, and
Oh,
then
yep.
it's Military Appreciation Month as well.
Oh, awesome.
Oh my God, all those things in May.
All those great things in May. It's we're making a turn there from April into May, and out here it's been raining the last couple of days. Here in Italy, we're getting pretty heavy rain. Getting heavy rain tonight,
Oh yeah.
but that's okay. You know what they say: April showers bring May flowers, right?
Right, exactly. And I know in May, everyone gets excited because it's the end of the school year. It's about to be Memorial Day as well,
Oh
which
yeah.
kind of kicks off the summer. And, the kids are excited for all the activities coming up. And I don't know if you noticed, but I did instead of doing this, what I normally do in the beginning of the show, I did this. So, like, I'm practicing my Jeep wave.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you wanted. I
like,
thought you wanted 3 grams of Modella
no.
bologna cut for the butcher in Italy. That's what I say when I go to the butcher. You can't do 3 this way. You have to do it this way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's how they do 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. That's how they
Yeah.
count.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
count differently. Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh, so I'm like practicing all things Jeep community now.
Oh, there you go.
Not a lot of people know this, but I pretty much purchased a new Jeep. I got
Oh, nice.
yeah. So I did a whole bunch of research online, and then
I'm not surprised by that at all.
oh my God, till I was like blue in the face. But I ended up with the Jeep Gladiator Mojave. And
Nice.
so it's going to be delivered to me hopefully before Mother's Day.
And then
So,
you start collecting little rubber ducks that people
oh
leave
my
on your
gosh,
Jeep
no.
around.
Duck, no.
You're gonna get the ducks. You gotta get the ducks.
Zero ducks.
So what color is it gonna be? Purple?
So I got a white Jeep, right?
Oh,
And,
nice.
and
Those are
then
nice.
so I don't know if you know what the Gladiator is. It's
Yeah, my brother has one. He bought one
So,
2 years
yeah.
ago.
And I got the Mojave, and the thing about the Mojave is that the
I don't get
suspension
the duck
and the
thing either.
shocks is all upgraded. It's upgraded so that it doesn't have that, the death roll that Jeeps have
Sure.
if they go over like 40 or 50.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's able to go over sand, which is the Mojave Desert. It's desert rated. So I live by the beach, so I can go off-roading in the beaches.
Okay, we better see pictures of that on the sand. Don't be making it a garage queen there. You got to get it in the sand. Got to get it dirty. It's a Jeep.
I know. I'm going to bring them to the sand. We have a beach here called Huguenot that we can actually ride on, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But the thing about Mojave is that it's also rated to like supposedly be able to drive fast on the road, so that you don't like have to experience that death rattle that the rest of the Jeep owners have. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited, and you know how like Jeep owners, they like to do a bunch of mods on their
Yes.
Jeep. Oh my God, I was up all night looking at different mods. It's just like, I don't even have the Jeep yet, and I'm trying to spend thousands and thousands of dollars
Oh
on
yeah.
this already.
Well, I did that with my Colorado. I had it 3 days and then stuck a $15,000 suspension on it.
Right. Well,
As a
no,
matter of fact,
the suspension for the Mojave is super upgraded, so I don't have to spend
so is the Colorado. The
Okay.
Colorado. I just put the the BDS suspension on it, the Cadillac suspensions on it, and so when I did it, it was the first one that BDS had ever done, and they actually sent a factory rep into the shop to look at it because they had never done the Colorado Bison before. Of course, sadly, I had to sell that truck when I came to Italy, so now I just drive my little Toyota Yaris diesel.
So Sean says the dude in front of him at Wendy's yesterday had a sticker on his Jeep that said, "Don't follow me, you won't make it." And then he broke down in the second window. Don't tell me that. I don't even have my Jeep yet.
Well, then he can take it to all the River Warrior events and have pictures of it and everything, and it'll be fun. And then he can write off on your taxes.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's kind of like my job, right? To go to these hikes and stuff. So, which I want to talk about later.
Sure.
But yeah, Conservative Gaming says I don't get the duck thing. So from what I read, it's some.
I don't get it either.
Some lady in Canada, no disrespect. She was bored during the COVID time, and she thought that ducks would like get people happy or make people happy, so she would start ducking Jeeps, and then it just like
She write little notes on them and.
there. And like I literally see some of these Jeeps, like their windows are full of ducks. Like what?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. I'm getting too distracted.
I don't see too many Jeeps in Italy.
Oh no, not with those small roads. No.
No, I see a couple of Jeeps on base, but they never leave base because you couldn't drive it anywhere. I mean,
Yep, you can't. Yep.
I mean, I went down streets in Rome, right? I was walking, I wasn't driving. That you know the little what's that little bitty 2-seat car you see every now and then in the States? I forget what they call it. It's not the Mini. You know what the Mini is, right? The Mini Cooper.
Yeah, yeah.
The Mini Cooper on streets in Rome is the same as a Ford Expedition in America. I mean, there's some of the streets are that narrow. I mean, it's crazy. And I'm thinking, who would ever thought in their right mind that a Mini Cooper would be considered like a huge SUV? But I mean, my little Toyota Yaris, there's some roads that literally you go down, and if I had to open up the doors on the car, I couldn't do it. That's how narrow the road is. It's crazy.
Allison, don't you dare. Allison, she says she's going to get me an AV. Don't you dare. I am ducking. I'm chunking.
I think within the first 2 months of you having your Jeep, you're going to have like 50 ducks.
Oh my God. Please. No. I know. I like shared it with some of my friends, Jeep friends. And I'm like, I guess I'm part of your club now. Invite me to all the meetings. Mm-hmm. And they're like, you're going to get so ducked.
Lynn's going to get all ducked up.
Oh my gosh.
Don't say that fast too many times. Hey, how's your friend doing that was on the podcast a couple weeks ago?
That's her. That's Allison.
Oh, it's Allison. Okay, I thought so. Okay. Hey, Allison, how you doing?
Kindly F off, Allison. Nobody wants
So what you guys don't know and why I'm wearing the 10th Mountain shirt tonight is Crystal went to DC. And so Chris and I, the producer of the show, Chris Hanks, I had been collecting some very good olive oil here, from trees that are almost 3,000 years old. And so I had Crystal take all this different types of olive oil back and some grappa, different types of grappa, and some grappa that you can't even buy in the store. You have to be a restaurant owner to get it. And so I'm super happy. So I just want to let Crystal know that all the 10th Mountain goodies made it to Italy.
And if you're watching, use our VTT code.
That's right. What is it? I don't even know what the code is anymore.
I don't know. You'll probably find it on the VTT page. VeteranTrashTalk.
If Nick's watching, he can throw it up there on thing, or Chris can throw it up there on the chat. But do what?
Did you have a glass yet?
No, not yet. They're not opened yet. I'm cherishing them at the moment.
Yeah, Chris says it's 10thwhiskey.com. Use code VTT.
Yeah, I truly miss the 10th. I wasn't a big bourbon drinker. I'm a Scotch drinker. And this 10th Mountain Whiskey Rye, this stuff converts anybody. I'm just going to say it. If you're a Scotch drinker, it'll convert you. It's so good. And it's going to be... Matter of fact, I think I'll invite I'll invite my Italian friend over and we'll have some drinks on it. So that'll be fun. Pepe. He works at the restaurant we eat at all the time. But yeah, so I'm super excited about it. And this cordial, with the sage in it stuff, it's amazing.
I think I've had some when we went to visit David, and then
at his retirement. I'm sure he had it.
No, it was Nick's retirement in El Paso, and then David's wedding in Phoenix.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen them in a while. I missed them. They need to come out. Come to Florida if you're watching.
Yeah, come to Italy if you're watching.
IW hikes.
Yeah, there you go.
So I also want to say hi to all my Twitter and X fans out there, or followers. I'm sorry for calling you fans. I know it's cringe, but I haven't logged into Twitter in a long time. So we're streaming on my Twitter. We're streaming on my personal Facebook page. So thank you to all my friends that are watching right now. I know. And
same with mine. I'm on my X. I keep saying Twitter. I always forget to say X.
Right.
And of course my LinkedIn, and then of course my Facebook page. That's what's nice about our new software now. We can not only can I go again on my social media, you can go on yours, and if we have a guest on, they can go on theirs, and it just makes it a lot better.
Yeah. So this last weekend, I just came back from Savannah.
Yay! I saw your pictures online.
Oh my gosh! Don't you love our outfits? Irreverent.com,
that is great.
guys. www.veteranwarriors.com. You will freaking love it. Man.
You know you're going to have a good time just by looking at the shirt you're wearing.
Yes. Who is that? Wow, it's you. um, yeah, so we all have our own get up. Some people call it costumes or whatnot. You whatever you wear to go rock and stuff. And I had a great time. And it really doesn't matter what the route is or where we stop. The whole point is getting veterans together, right?
Yep.
And so what we do is I'm going to speak the mission. And I don't think I've said it recently on the show, which our mission is we bring veterans together using humor and camaraderie to improve mental health and prevent veteran suicide. And what we do is a super unconventional way, but it works. It freaking works. So we go hang out with our people and we have a good time, because only us, like we have our humor is a lot different from everybody else's, and we can connect easier with instead of like a stranger on the street, we connect so much easier with other veterans.
But we don't have to explain our jokes.
Oh no, no! I remember oh my God, this was years ago when I was in Jacksonville visiting my sister, 2015 in the summer, and I remember this vividly because we were by a park and there was gators around and we were barbecuing, and then I was just talking mess. I was talking shit, and the girl goes, "Oh my God, are you angry? Like, what's wrong?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm fine. This is just how I normally talk."
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I was just so taken aback because that's my first encounter, not being around military spouse or veterans, because normally I surround myself in a community that's just like us. And so for me, it was just like, wow, I guess the way that I talk does sound abrasive and angry. But I'm not. I promise I'm not.
No, you're not. You're all sweet, Lynn. We know that.
I mean, I hope so. I can't be sour though.
Yeah, that's right. So Friday, if it doesn't rain here, I was out. I downloaded the software to do some more editing for my mental health minutes, right, to kind of change them up a little bit. So I went out to just do some test videos, and I ran into an older lady that I did Italian class with when I first got here about 3 months ago, and she takes pickleball lessons, a group of them on Fridays. And so after Pilates, I'm going to go check out pickleball. I've never played pickleball, and everybody says it's great. And I guess it's a big thing in the United States playing pickleball.
Yeah,
I never even heard of it. I see the paddles are smaller than tennis rackets.
So it's like half of the tennis court, and it's almost like 4 square. So you can have up to 4 players, and it almost looks like a wiffle ball with a paddle,
I saw the paddles at the NES.
Yeah, and it's super fun if you have good knees, because I have veteran knees.
Right.
They're not so good. But in Oklahoma City, I think it was in Edmond area, we had a whole entire bar area and restaurant that had pickleball courts. They had outdoor.
Oh, really? Wow.
They had outdoor picnic games, and it was super fun for the entire family. They had bocce ball, they had horseshoe, they had all kinds of things. But the big thing was a pickleball court. So I think it was called Pickle. And I was like, oh, let me check this bar out. And really, it was just all these sports around a whole bar. So
wow, that's a good idea, actually.
Huge. And now they're building a bunch of courts around all these little neighborhoods. I'm in Florida, and my sister's old neighborhood, they just built pickleball courts. And they're everywhere. Matter of fact, when I was in Savannah, Ben was here in town. And he was taking care of the kids because Sophia had a soccer tournament. Well, he sent me a video of them playing pickleball in my yard. So yeah, it's a huge thing.
I don't have my glasses on. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Let's see. Conservative Gaming Plus says he's got to run, but hey, thanks for tuning in. Be sure you can catch up the rest of the podcast either on social media, or you can tune in on Fridays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 10 p.m. on Reason Across America Radio. And you can finish listening to our conversation. But hey, everybody's got work to do. Everybody's got stuff to do. Unlike me, who it's 10:30 at night here, almost 10:30 at night. So everybody's in bed where I'm at. But it was interesting. So I really have been enjoying my time in Italy. I go out and and do so much. And it's funny because when Crystal went back home to DC, she was asking, the neighbors were asking her, she's like, "Oh, well, how's Cliff fitting in? How's Cliff doing?" And she's like, "He's all over the place. He's got Italian friends. They go to the beach, and I'm taking private lessons now. I spent there's a store called Dodeca, and it's kind of like an all natural store. And my instruction the other day, we spent 2.5 hours in the store, and I had to make my grocery list in Italian." And we had to go through and find all the different food and stuff. And then she quizzed me, "Okay, do you have this in the basket, that in the basket, that in the basket?"
Okay, how do you say
And
cheese in Italian? That's very important.
what kind of cheese you gonna have?
Oh, so they categorize it by like cheddar and
Yeah, well, it's
blue.
Pomegranate, yep.
Oh, okay. It's not just cheese. Like there's no section
But
of the market where it
but
says.
yeah, formaggio is just cheese, and then I'll have the different types, whether it's the Parmesan or they got millions kinds of cheese. The buffalo cheese is really good out here.
Really? What's that? Is that like
Formaggio.
buffalo dip?
It's made with it's buffalo. It's
Oh, okay.
cheese made,
Like
so it's the
buffalo milk.
mozzarella. It's the fresh mozzarella,
Mm-hmm.
but it's made from the head huge buffalo farm. And the buffalo farm here is pretty amazing. I haven't gone to it, but Crystal and Lloyd went to it. It's all automated, and every 4 hours the buffalo know they just walk in, they get cleaned, and they get milked, and they get sent right back out, and it's just a whole automated
That's
system.
so cool. That's kind of like you're going to cheese farms, kind of like going to a winery, but you get to see how
Yeah,
the cheese is made. So
yeah.
all my friends are tuning in. They're saying hi. I can't believe it. I should stream on my personal page much more. And they're
Yeah.
all making fun of me. Mike,
Are they going to duck you?
and Art says I don't have to wait on a hike to see you now. Aw, how nice.
Oh, that's so
And,
nice.
Tanya says we have the veteran knees team.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess I've been lucky. I don't have knee problems. I have some back
oh my
problems, but
gosh, it's terrible.
I
I
got
twisted my knee. I guess it's
yeah,
because I'm running all the marathons for a very long
yeah,
time. I've been a runner for a long time, and then whew, just I mean all that, and then being on a ship.
yeah.
Being on a ship, definitely like going up the ladder wells, like oh
Hmm.
no, oh no. Mhm. Especially like if you come home, like we'll come back to the ship after a night out of town when you've had liberty after being out to sea, and so you're drunk trying to get through the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A
I,
lot of accidents happen.
yeah. I can imagine. It's yeah, I consider myself lucky, with all the accidents and things that I've been in my life to be as
So,
healthy as I am. But my older sister, funny enough, never was a runner, never did anything, and both of her knees wore out. And it's
wow.
funny, me and my other brother. Now, my older sister's 9 years older, and she had both of her knees replaced this past year.
Oh my
She
goodness.
did them at the same time, yeah. But my older brother's a marathon runner. Of course, I work out all the time, and neither one of us have knee problems. And the one who doesn't run in our family is the one that had to have her knees. But she works at Tyson's Food, so she's up and down. She does a lot of different
Oh, she's
things.
on her feet
Probably
all the
similar to be like on her, yeah.
time. Mm-hmm.
And that probably had a lot to do. Of course, me being a warrant officer, I was just in my office or somewhere, I was in that secret place where warrant
Of
officers
you,
go.
of course, you being an officer, you probably worked when you were enlisted, but then you became officer and you didn't do anything and you forgot everything. As soon as you put on the officer,
Yeah, as soon as I put on that bar with the black dot, what? We just disappear. It's like a graduation. We're all standing there, and then when they pin us, we're all gone.
yeah.
And we're
Oh,
all by the coffee pot.
like where they go. You're by the or you're by the water machine or the coffee bar.
Yeah, that's right. We're drinking by noon. I mean,
But speaking of coffee, oh my gosh! So
Oh, the coffee here is amazing, by the way.
I forgot that this happened. That they actually put like Starbucks on the ships because
Really?
my friend's Uni. Yeah, so my friend, her name is Uni, and she's in the Air Force. Hi, Uni, if you're watching. Um, we always make fun of her because she got chocolate cake and rewards during boot camp, and then so she
Oh,
showed me this video. She's like, "Don't tell me nothing, Len. You guys have Starbucks on the ship." So what they do is they pretty much put in this like the Starbucks machines, the Starbucks coffee, and I guess they have trained people on the mess decks how to become baristas. So I'm
get
gonna
out
say
of
that
here.
they're culinary specialists that do it, or the people who are cranking. And I know that's not the proper term anymore. I think it's called food support person. I don't.
Specialist, food support specialist, or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something
I
like
think
that.
that's what they call them in the
So
army.
when they call it cranking is when people do their time. Like it's like kind of your rite of passage. Doesn't matter
Okay.
what job you're in. From E5 and below can be selected to go to the mess decks and to the galley and work for at least 30 days.
Oh, okay.
You belong
Like
to
we
them.
call it KP duty.
Yeah, you belong to them for like at least 30 days. I think I did the max for 90, and I was on
Mm.
small boy, which is a DDG for people who don't know what small boy is. But anyway, they're literally crafting Starbucks like frappuccinos and iced coffee. And
Wow.
people are saying it makes them feel like home, which I think that's great because in the Navy, we're out to sea all the time, and so having that
Sure.
piece of home is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Hey Jeremy, thanks for tuning in. I just saw that you were present, so thanks for jumping on. But we're kicking off Mental Health Awareness Month, and we're just kind of having fun here. And Lynn was talking that they have Starbucks on the ships now, so
Well,
now they have everything.
I think that they implemented that after 2010 because I remember them talking about it when I got off the ship. So
Yeah, it's just a
never
coffee
really
machine,
followed
so I
through.
guess it's just as long as you
Yeah,
got the stuff to make it. It's not that.
although
So
you have
out
to
here,
go
so
to the
out in
different order.
Italy, yeah, out here in Italy, I have now. I no longer use my Keurig. It's been done, clean, shoved in the closet, and I make my coffee the traditional Italian way, and it's so good.
What?
It's so good.
How do you make it? What's the traditional Italian way?
Well, you have your little. Well, I have a little coffee pot that sits on top of the stove, the gas stove. And what you do is you fill it up with water. It's either 2 cups or 4 cups, and then when you put the coffee. Now the coffee here is very very good. I mean, and I get coffee local to the area here in Napoli,
Oh,
and so when you make it, they say you make it like Mount Vesuvius, and you just keep piling on this little bitty
okay.
coffee. Oh yeah, and
So
you
it's a
pack it
pure
in
coffee, and you
and you
have
pack
the
it in,
grounds
and
there.
then you screw the top on, and then it
Okay.
brews. It's like an old brew cup. So it takes
Oh,
about 15 minutes to make a cup of coffee, but it's so good. And so we no longer use the Keurig here, and we get the traditional coffee, and when you're out in town, if you go and order coffee, it's just like a little shot. I get
yeah, the
doppio.
espresso.
I get a double. I get a
I
double
love
double
espresso.
doppio, and they serve you with a little glass of water, and you can put a little bit of sugar in it, and it's up and down. They sit there and BS for a while, or you can get coffee Americana, but that's just they just make the espresso and they pour hot water in it. That's what they say.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't have coffee and it not be espresso. I have to have I literally bought like an espresso machine because
Hmm.
I love espresso, but I'm not one of those coffee drinkers that absolutely need it every single day. Like
Yeah.
that's probably you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
But
because
but when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to have coffee. I usually have
yeah,
coffee about an hour after I wake up. I
yeah,
don't have it right when I wake up.
yeah, I'll have it maybe during the day for a treat or maybe on the weekend, but I don't particularly to partake in too much caffeine. Number one, my anxiety goes
Yeah.
up so much, and then number two, like if I used to drink coffee religiously every single day, at least once or twice a day, like a cup, and then
Hmm.
if I missed a day, I had the worst migraines in my entire life.
Oh yeah.
It
Oh
was
yeah.
just so bad, like having those caffeine withdrawals. Like I can't
Hmm.
do it. So I enjoy coffee. I just don't. I'm not just an everyday coffee drinker.
I drink between 2 and 4 cups a day. It varies. Just depending upon what I'm doing. If I drink the night before, I'll make sure I have 4 cups because they say 4 cups is the standard to help your liver recover from drinking the night before. I drink my lemon water too, but yeah, so they say generally it's 4 cups of coffee. It's good for your liver, so why not? I'll drink 4 cups.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And speaking of liver, this is so funny because everything just flows into what I needed, what I'm talking about too. I just
Mhm.
bought these liver pills, these liver essential pills. Yes, I'm at the age where I'm talking about vitamins. And what happened was I saw a Reddit story, right? Another social media platform
Mhm.
where this doctor, the Reddit question was like, have you ever had a patient give you advice? And so the doctor goes, well, I had this patient who was always complaining about being tired and not having enough energy, and he was overweight and blah, 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 blah. And he's like,
Yeah.
of course, that's a sign of fatty liver. So he prescribes his patient, liver medication.
Mhm.
And the patient comes back months and months later, lost weight, looks healthy, doesn't have brain fog anymore, has a lot of
Yep.
energy. He's like, wow, I'm so glad that medication's working for you. And the patient goes, nope, never picked it up. And the doctor goes, what? And so he goes, yeah, he's been taking these liver medications specifically just for the liver.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps like get rid of the fatty liver, get rid of that brain
Mm-hmm.
fog. And
Yep.
even if you have yellow eyes, that's a sign that like you probably have fatty liver or like you
Yep.
drink too much, you know.
Yep.
And so I was like, wow, I have kind of yellow eyes. So I literally just started taking that this week,
Oh,
and
good.
I already feel a lot better.
Oh, I bet. So one thing I do in the morning is for my liver is I squeeze one whole lemon into a glass and I drink it with warm water. And the reason I do that is because the alkaline in the liver in the lemon help cleanse the liver, so it cleans it out. And I've been doing that for 2 years now, and I've noticed a big difference in doing that every day. And of course, I take the Celtic salt also.
Yep.
I got a little regimen I do in the morning. So I get up, I do my lemon juice, then I wait 15 minutes. While I'm waiting my 15 minutes, I put 2 cucumbers on my eyes. And then when that's done, then I take my 2 tablespoons of olive oil,
I almost thought
and then I have my coffee.
I almost thought you said you squeezed cucumber in your eyes.
No, I put cucumbers on my eyes. I cut
I'm like, you
cucumbers
put it
and
on
put on
top
my
of
eyes.
your eyes.
Yeah, because it helps
bag.
with the dryness.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
it helps with your dry eyes.
The bags and like it's definitely good for you. I was like, no, because I was thinking about you squeezing a lemon, and I almost thought you said you squeezed lemon.
And then I eat the lemon seeds too. So what people don't
good.
realize is lemon seeds are very healthy, but they also will help with pain. And so they're like taking aspirin. And so you can choose 6 lemon seeds or such, and they help with digestion and a whole bunch of stuff. So every day with my lemon, I eat the lemon seeds along with it. Now here in Italy, the lemons are amazing, and it's pretty incredible that they're just everywhere. And like I was talking to my instructor about it, she's like, "Well, don't buy lemons anymore. I got a lemon tree in my backyard. Next time I come see you, I'll bring you a bag." I'm like, "Yeah, great, all right." Because along with that, Lloyd, him and his friends will make homemade lemonade. I'll help them. And they'll sell lemonade for like an hour or two on hot days here. He did it one day for an hour and made €60.
Wow. Well, you know that there's 30 different species or 30 different types of lemons. Mm-hmm. So at least I just Googled it. I'm not that smart.
Yeah. Well, out here you see a whole different types of them. You see big ones. You see one with thick rinds on them. You'll see the little ones that you normally see in the States. One thing my Italian instructor told me when we were going to the grocery store is that when you go pick a lemon, make sure it's got imperfections, make sure it's oddly shaped, because you know that was grown from a tree. It wasn't modified. They don't have a lot of genetic modified stuff here because a lot of it's outdated. But then we got to talking about milk, because the milk here, you can buy it. It's not in the refrigerator. You know, you can buy it off the shelf. And then after you open it
doesn't go through that whole process, and it doesn't have a whole bag of sugar. And it doesn't spoil as fast as here. Kind of like eggs, right?
Yeah.
So you have organic eggs that are laid, and then you just pick it up as soon as it's laid. You don't have to put them in the fridge.
No, yeah, you're right. Because when the chicken lays the egg, it puts an enzyme over the eggshell, and that protects it. And so all the eggs out here in Italy, they're not refrigerated. They're not refrigerated. So, but I make sure even here in Italy, when I buy eggs, make sure just because they're cage free doesn't mean they're healthy, because they could still be getting fed a diet heavy in corn and soy. So you want to make sure that they're cage free and soy free, and you can find those. And so out here, they call it, the label's called bio. And so anything bio. And so anything you see out here in Italy says bio. It's very strict, kind of like, you know, when you get organic in the States, but even more strict out here. And so when you see it, whether it's on laundry soap, whether it's on eggs, milk, or whatever, if it has the bio on it, you know, it's 100%, you know, eating what nature intended for that animal or however that product is made. And then I was talking about laundry soap. And Italy's got a store for everything. I didn't know this. So in the Dodeca, and it's a big grocery store, of course, they got all the other things in here. It's like, I need to get laundry soap. And she looked at me, she goes, "Well, we can get laundry soap here, but why don't you just go to a laundry soap store?" I'm like, "They have a laundry soap store here? They got a whole store dedicated to soap." And so I'm going to go this weekend and check out the store that's dedicated to soap, because now I got to see it. And she brought it up on my phone, and sure enough, you see pictures of it, and it's got all kinds of soaps in it. I'm like, wow.
Wow. Well, I'm sure because there's probably not a lot of department stores there and like all the Walmarts every corner that we have.
No,
You
no,
know, more
it's
mom and
all
pop
mom.
shop.
It's
Mm-hmm.
all mom and pops. It's all it's
All
just
handmade soaps.
Yep, my friend of mine took me to his butcher he's been going to for 25 years. The butcher raises his own animals that he butchers in his shop. And
Ooh,
the steaks were amazing, the
yeah,
ribs were amazing. I
I can
introduced him to barbecue ribs out here. My
Oh,
Italian friends in the restaurant we eat at, and I posted it online because they actually, after the restaurant closed, all the employees sat down, they ate barbecued ribs and barbecued beans. I kind of made the full
wow.
spread for them, and they never had it before.
Did you make
And
it?
yeah, yep,
Oh, great.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
really cool. They've
Oh
never
yeah, it
had
takes me
American
about
barbecue.
4.5 hours to make my barbecue ribs
Yeah.
from start to finish. Yep. I
Mm-hmm.
usually marinate them the day before. Now I do the Kansas City style because I'm from Kansas City,
Right.
so it's a molasses
So it's not
based
that good.
barbecue sauce.
I'm just
No,
kidding.
it's excellent.
I'm just
So
kidding.
it's sweet, but it's interesting. So my friend
Yeah.
Pepe,
Mm-hmm.
I like doing a spicy rib, but it's kind of hard with the sweet barbecue sauce. It takes him a long time to make it, but he makes a very spicy olive oil. And he gave me some. And so it's a little bitty bottle, and the olive oil is beet red. But it only takes a couple of drops and makes things really spicy. Now I like spicy food.
Mm-hmm.
And so with this olive oil, I was able to mix it with the barbecue sauce. And then when I stick it on the ribs on the grill to caramelize it, it made them really spicy. And so I was super excited by that because
That sounds really
that was something I had a hard time with. So they just and they really liked the beans. I was worried they wouldn't like the barbecue beans, but they really liked it. So
How far are you from? I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly. Is it Trieste, Italy?
Jesse?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. That might be up north. We're all the so if you look at Italy on the map and you see the boot heel down at the bottom,
Okay.
we're kind of right at the ankle.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's way up
Yeah,
north.
Napoli's all the way down at the bottom. I think that is up
It's
north.
close to Slovenia. I'm just looking at the map right now. The
Yeah.
reason why I'm asking is because I think it's the end of this month. Irreverent Wars has a hike out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's out there in excuse me if I'm saying this wrong.
Let me get my glasses on.
Triste. So yeah. And then in June 1st, there's one in Normandy, France.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, there's some hikes out there for all the patriots that live out there or expats that live out there.
So what was it called?
The city?
Yeah, spell it.
Spelled okay. Tango Romeo India Echo Sierra Tango Echo.
I found it.
You found it?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 hours from here, so it's
Oh wow, yeah, that's a hike.
Yeah, that's a train ride.
Right. Exactly.
Just take the fast train. Is it up by that's way up there.
Yeah, like I said, it's like by Slovenia.
Yeah.
But I do have a bunch of friends that are watching right now. A lot of them are going
Oh,
to.
it's up on the other side of Venice. Oh, sorry about that. Okay.
No, you're good. May 4th, if you're in Texas, there's a Fort Worth hike. So that's Fort Worth, Dallas. Then May 11th is Knoxville. Tennessee, which I heard is an amazing hike. They actually have like a sit down lunch. Now, mind you, all these hikes, the lunches are provided. And
Yeah.
so they provide.
In Italy, they're going to be good.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wish I could go. May 18th, there's 2 different hikes going on: Salt Lake City, Utah, Greenville, North Carolina. 3 and Pittsburgh. Then at the end of the month, May 25, San Diego, Milford, Massachusetts, Trist, Italy, and Casper, Wyoming.
Oh, nice.
So many hikes going on this month. And Allison says she's going to be in Knoxville. I want to go. So many people's asked me to go to that one. I wish I could go, but it's so busy this month. I'm gearing up to go on a camping trip and a float trip here. And a lot of people don't know, but Florida is full of like natural springs, beautiful clear water, and beautiful like forest area. And okay, yeah, we do have gators there, but they don't mess with you, and they're probably out to the side.
Sure.
But we're going to be floating down what's called Ginny Springs, which is one of like the 3 springs that flow into some sort of river.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I'm gonna be there for like Memorial Day weekend for the whole week. So that's gonna be a great time.
So we started laying out our plans for summer travel and the things we want to do. We want to go to Morocco. My brother's coming out in
Oh, fun.
October, and so we're going to go to Tasmania. They have a Halloween kind of. It's a 4-day trip where you go through all the different haunted
It's all
castles
the
over
way in
Halloween.
South Africa on the island.
In no, this is up in Europe.
Oh, in Europe. Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. And then I'm going to take a trip to Morocco. There's another trip in October.
Mm-hmm.
So we're super excited about that. We'll plan a trip up to Germany. I want to go to Germany, and so we're trying to lay out our summer travel plans.
Yeah.
So one thing about Italy, it's so much to do here. You just kind of got to pick what you have to do, but then you have to realize, I live here, and so I don't have to rush like I'm on
Yeah.
vacation and run
And
and do a
everything's
bunch
a
of
train
things.
right
So
away for you. So
yeah,
10 hours away is a whole different country.
whole
Versus
different
here,
one.
10 hours away in Texas is still Texas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it takes like 20 hours to get through Texas.
That's right.
You know?
Hey, tell Allison she needs to get back to drinking her lemon water.
Yeah.
But hey, we're gonna get this wrapped up. But hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It's been great fun. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. I know we started a little bit early than what I said, but we are kicking off Mental Health Awareness Month. We are our brothers and sisters keepers out there. So hey, be sure to watch out for everybody. Make sure everybody's doing okay. The weather's getting kind of crazy if you go up in the Midwest and stuff with the storms and stuff. So make sure you're always prepared for that. And you can go out to 4patriots.com, use the code VTTGW, and save yourself a little bit of money. And Lynn, do you have anything else to say while we wrap this up?
I don't have anything else to say. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're find yourself struggling or even isolating, reach out to somebody and tell them, hey, I'm struggling.
Oh, yeah.
I might be offline for a little bit, but if you don't hear from me in so many days, please, call me or let me know or something. Or that way somebody
Absolutely.
knows,
Absolutely.
It's perfectly fine to isolate. There's nothing wrong with that. Like take some me time, right? For your mental health. But let
Yeah.
somebody know and don't just fall off the face of the planet because people are going to worry about you. And you might not know it, but people do care. So reach out. We have
They do care.
VeteranTrashTalk. We have VTT official, the group on there. We have all the Everett warriors out there. Just reach out if you're struggling. Also, check out our website, www.VeteranTrashTalk.com. You can get all our cool merch on there. You can find all our podcasts on there, and you can see the About section, how awesome we are.
And Chris posted the code about 10th Mountain Whiskey. So you go out there and save you some money, get that good whiskey ordered, and then you'll know what I'm talking about because when you order this, you'll kick everybody out of the house, and then you'll be there all alone with it, and everything will be right. But hey, right before we sign off, I went camping this weekend. Lloyd and I did because Chris was in D.C. And we stayed at Camp Kearney, which is inside of a stink volcano. And as we were sleeping in the cabin at 5:40 in the morning, I posted about this. We had a 3.9 earthquake. Now I've been in an earthquake a little bit in Virginia, but this earthquake actually shook the whole cabin.
What year?
What
year was this?
This was last weekend, Saturday.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What?
And so it shook the whole cabin. I thought somebody hit the cabin with a truck. It even moved my bed. And so I get up and I wake up out of a deep sleep. And I walk around to Lloyd's room, and Lloyd's laying in bed like this. I was like, hey, you okay? And he's like, yeah, did somebody hit I think a big truck drove by. I said, no, Lloyd, that was an earthquake. But apparently, talking with my friends around here, this is kind of the earthquake season, so they kind of pick up a little bit more here.
Oh, okay.
But I have never felt that in my life. It's kind of cool. It lasted, about 30 seconds. And there's 3.9, and it was about a mile and a half away, the epicenter was, from where we were at.
That tells you got to do earthquake safety briefs now with Lloyd and your family.
I know, right? Yeah, that's right.
Make sure you know what to do during an earthquake. Stop, drop, roll. No, that's fire. No, don't listen.
Don't run to the cellar when it gets tornadoes.
Don't do that. Find a place to hide underneath, I guess, or run outside.
Or the door seal or something or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But hey, we kind of went on a tangent there. But hey, listen up. Be sure to click on that QR code there. I know one of our patrons said they already donated for Reach Across America. It's just $5, and it's just a great program they have just to ensure that the fallen soldiers have that wreath on their tombstone, during the holidays. And they have so many volunteers, and they do it all year round, and they always got lots of stuff going on. You can follow them on Facebook and all the social media. I didn't mention it at the beginning, but I still got my Mental Health Warrior book out there. It's still available. Be sure and get your signed copy. Yep, Lynn has it. It's still available. You can order it through my website. I'll sign it and mail it to you, or you can get your Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or Amplifier, wherever you get your great books. And I just want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the comments. Both on my social media and also on Lynn's social media. And I want to take everybody, have a great week. I'm changing up the mental health minutes a little bit because I'm just, getting into, I guess, video designing now a little bit or something in my board time. But everybody have a great week, and please take care of each other and take care.
Jeep wave.
This is a food warning. The UN warns of an unprecedented global hunger crisis. In fact, it's predicted by 2030 that 800 million folks will struggle to feed their families, which means two dangerous things for you. Number one, higher prices at the grocery store. Number two, less food available. And when panic strikes, it will be chaos, making it even harder to get the food your family needs to survive. That's why it's vital, more than ever, to have a survival food stockpile. Introducing the deluxe 3-month survival food kit from 4 Patriots. It has 688 servings of meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, with delicious recipes like pancakes, mac and cheese, Aztec chili, and potato soup. They've even got spaghetti and lasagna. This isn't your typical survival food, and over 200,000 smart Americans agree. This is survival food that actually tastes good. But best of all, it's designed to last up to 25 years. You can stash it away and be confident that when a disaster strikes, you and your family will be ready. Go to 4patriots.com/VTT to get the deluxe 3-month survival food kit and the peace of